Hey guys and gals, my name's Fern and I'm a user experience designer in New Jersey, and I wanted to talk to you today about creating amazing user experiences. So whether it springs from a new product, service, or new startup, nowadays it's really the experiences that matters most. The experience with a product is really what's going to last through the duration of you using the product or your users. So it's important to get it right from the beginning. Today I want to go over 3 simple tips you can be mindful of to create these amazing experiences. So the first tip that I want to go over is understanding users and their goals. So whenever you embark on developing or designing a new product or service, just always think about who exactly it is that you're developing and designing for. What are the users? What are their daily tasks? What do they need to accomplish using your product and service? Now this is incredibly important because it keeps the user involved from the beginning, and also because you find out usability problems from the very start, so you don't start developing a new product or service and then you see usability issues down the road. The next step I want to go over is keeping things simple and minimal. So it takes about half a second for a user to decide whether your website or application is interesting enough for them to continue using. That's why as a developer it's important to be clear with what you want your users to do. Now, those are tasks and actions that you want to make sure are as obvious as possible. Users should not have to think about what they have to do. They should intuitively know when they're on your site or application what it is they have to do in order to accomplish their overall goal. That's why you want to make sure those tasks and actions are as obvious as possible. Now, that may also mean stripping down unimportant elements and functionality from the overall platform, but in turn, your users are going to be much happier with the overall experience if you highlight exactly what it is that you want them to do. The last tip I want to go over is focus on feedback. Now, it's important that you harness feedback because that feedback that you get from your users is going to be critical to their overall experiences. They're the ones telling you exactly what works and what doesn't with a particular product, so it's important that you build in functionality within your platform that's going to allow you to see exactly what it is that they are having issues with, or what it is that they really love about your product, because that's ultimately what's going to make that experience so much richer. Now, this might also mean actively running usability tests to make sure that even with each update of your platform, it's always up to the user's satisfaction. Ultimately, the user's always in the driver's seat, so just make sure you keep that feedback they have in mind anytime you are through the developmental cycle of your product. Okay guys, so to recap on creating amazing user experiences, you can follow these 3 simple tips. Number 1, understand users and their goals. Number 2, keep things simple and minimal. And number 3, focus on feedback from your users. Now there's a lot of other things you can do to create great experiences. I'm still trying to find some myself, so feel free to reach me at Fern Villar. If you have any comments or questions, I'd be free to answer them for you. I hope these tips have been useful for you guys, and I wish you much success and luck on your projects at Codex.